Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 3 of Social Psych. Now, this week we have the same things as we have for the last 2 weeks. We have the Mind Tap practice, we have the Mind Tap quiz, and we've got a discussion. Now, one comment about those discussions, because of some people dropping the course, some new people enrolling in the course, I had to do some rearranging to the discussion group lists. Not major, just a couple people had to be dropped, a couple people had to be added, but for the vast majority of you, you're in the same group. But I do want you to go and check the edited lists, which can be found in the exact same place that the original lists were. So you just go into the D2L section, click on communications, go to news, and you'll have to scroll down a little bit, but you'll find the post where I assigned everybody to a discussion group and assigned leaders. So I had to do a little bit of reorganization, specifically with the leaders. So with the discussion group participants, I just, people who weren't enrolled in the class or dropped from the class were moved out, and, people. So make sure that you're in the same group that you were. I'm pretty sure that for all of you, that's true. More than likely, if you were in a group before, you're in that same group now. The only thing that might have changed for you is whether on what weeks you're the leader. So be sure, sorry, I guess I'm moving on. Be sure to double check the leader lists in your discussion groups to make sure that you know which weeks you're going to be leading. Now, my hope is that those lists will now be static, meaning I hope that they stay the same from here on out, and they should, because nobody should be enrolling or dropping. Well, I guess people could still drop, and so we might still see some change because of that, but no new folks should be enrolling after this point. So if any new changes have to be made, I'll announce them like this. Okay? So that covers everything you need to do this week. But I do want to mention that next week is our first exam. All right, and I will reiterate, you have a 75-minute window to take those exams. These exams have proven for at least my last classes to be kind of difficult. So please do not rest on your laurels. Start studying for that exam now. Don't rest on just studying definitions. That will not be adequate to get you through the exam. You will need to be able to identify the things that we're talking about in the first 3 chapters in examples. All right, you will have to be able to apply your understanding of how these processes that we've talked about in the first 3 chapters, chapters 1, 2, and 5, you'll have to apply your understanding of how those work to new situations. All right, so in 75 minutes, that doesn't allow a lot of time for contemplation. All right, so you really, and for trying to work off of just definitions, you will need to be able to, you'll need to study beyond the definitions. Okay. Now, while you're studying, if you have any questions, let me know. There is an exam review. Be sure to take advantage of that. If you don't know where it is, you can't find it, send me an email. That's what I'm here for. Okay. So in addition to next week being the first exam, which again, please study for, starting now. All right, I know it's next week, but please start studying. If you haven't already started, start studying now. But in addition, next week to next week having the exam, next week you'll also have the first lab report. All right, so if something messed up, you didn't jot down your results from the lab, let me know, and we can hunt those down this week. You don't want to be waiting to the last minute if you had some trouble with your results to ask me for them and get them all together so that you can put it all together for your lab report. You want to have all that stuff ready, and I would even encourage you to take a stab at trying to write that thing up this week. And if you are uncertain about what's expected of you, send it by me. I can't grade it for you, but I can give you some comments like, hey, you need to add this, you don't need necessarily this, etc. Okay. All right, guys, and that's it for this week's week 3's announcements for social psych. As always, if you have any questions, please send them my way. If not, please stay healthy. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.